Hey there. Yep, I ran a race with this crazy getup on my head the entire time, but before that was also a 70-mile week. Hey, welcome back everyone. We are now halfway through this build. There's 7 more weeks until the Houston Marathon on January 14th. For those who are new to the channel, the goal for Houston will be to run under 3 hours. But I've titled this series Houston 2XX because I don't want to aim for a time of just 3 hours. Things keep going well. I want to see how far I can push it. If I'm fit enough to go for a more aggressive goal, sometimes things just click during a cycle and you just gotta ride with it. And so far I'm feeling surprisingly strong and fit, so things are looking good. In today's episode, I want to break down what's been the highest mileage week of this cycle so far, 70 miles. And yeah, I threw a fun turkey trot in there as well. Because at the end of the day, I'm just doing this for me. I'm not a professional runner. This is something I'm doing for my own goals and just sort of for fun. And I don't want to take training too seriously to the point where it starts to stress me out. I always like to find ways to inject a little bit of humor and fun into my training. I'm also learning all this YouTube stuff on the fly. I mean, we're only 4 weeks into this channel and I feel like I've been on a rapid crash course of learning YouTube. If you guys like it, please hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. It'll really help a lot, and let's keep this journey going. In previous builds, when my focus was solely on hitting a specific time like sub 3, I think I would put too much emphasis on hitting perfect splits, hitting everything at 650 pace, and this would just not work well for me because whenever I went off pace, I would beat myself up about it. So this time around, I'm trying a different approach. Instead of hitting perfect splits, I'm just trying to get as much fitness as possible. Hey, some workouts I know are gonna be good, some are bad, but that's the ebbs and flow of a training cycle. Things have been going pretty good so far. I've basically been able to follow my plan to a T. Even with the busy schedule. Things have been going pretty non-stop since week 3. That was the week of the New York City Marathon. That Sunday I was up at 4:30 a.m. to help shuttle some marathoners off to Staten Island. And right after that I got into my 17-mile long run. The following week I flew out to Madison, Wisconsin. I was helping my friend who was finishing his crazy challenge of running a marathon in all 50 states. I paced him for 18 miles of his marathon. And last weekend, I attempted my own aggressive goal of hitting a big half marathon PR. You can watch a recap of the last 2 events in the previous 2 episodes of the series. Now let's break down this last week. Every Monday has been my rest day. Usually I will either do a strength workout or just take it completely off, maybe do some flexibility work, some yoga, some meditation, just to relax. Tuesday I did a easy double, 4 miles in the morning and 6 at night. So during this cycle, all my easy runs, all my recovery runs have been done based off of heart rate. In the past, I've run a certain pace, let's say 1 minute or 2 minutes slower than marathon pace. But for me, I learned that will end up making me a bit too tired because there's a lot of factors that play into it. And then, I end up having a much worse workout. And that's really what they mean by keep your easy runs easy and your hard runs hard. I've been aiming to run my easy runs with an average heart rate of anything below 140. This Wednesday was the first run of this cycle where I actually had to modify the workout. I think just all the traveling, all the events have kind of caught up to me, and I was just feeling really tired. So I decided I needed a few more hours of sleep that morning. Usually my workouts on Wednesdays are early in the AM, but it was also raining, so I decided, hey, I'll get the extra recovery and do it in the evening. Originally, I planned to do 8 by 1200s at a 10K pace, cutting down to 5K pace. But, you know, sometimes you just don't have it. That night, I was still feeling pretty tired. After 6 reps in, my times were actually getting slower. So I figured, hey, there's nothing to be gained by pushing it for another 2 reps. I cut out 2 reps and just finished out the miles. You're not gonna be able to crush every single workout, and that's perfectly okay. I've come to accept that, and that's just part of any marathon cycle. You'll have your good runs and your bad runs, and you know, you can't put too much emphasis on the good ones, and you can't let the bad ones weigh you down too much. Thursday was my first MLR. I consider these my middle of the week mid-distance long runs. Sometimes I like to inject fartleks into these to just break up the monotony, but this week it was Thanksgiving, so I decided to bake it into my commute to my parents' place to celebrate Thanksgiving. Kind of killed 2 birds with 1 stone, save an hour of riding the subway, a much more enjoyable commute. And then Friday was just another easy 6 mile recovery run. As you can see, majority of my week are easy and recovery runs. So Saturday was race day. The plan was just to go out there, just have fun, see where my fitness was at, not run it 110% because I knew that Sunday I still had a big, more important workout to do. Here's a picture of the start. It looks like a pretty common turkey trot. You can see there's families, there's little kids, there's the high school and college athletes coming back, rocking their team singlets. There's a couple of guys who look really fast, and then, you know, there's also this guy over here in his turkey hat. I ran it at about 85% effort, and it was pretty fun. I mean, honestly, I got some cheers for the hat. I was able to snag first place in my age group, and I was definitely the fastest turkey head out there on the course that day. After the race, I was actually sneezing a bunch and starting to feel kind of crummy. The temps have been dropping rapidly here in New York City. So I took the rest of Saturday super easy, drank a lot of fluids, took a little bit of cold medicine, and then I got about 10 to 11 hours of sleep. So Sunday was actually a huge workout. It was 18 miles with at least 12 miles at marathon pace. So I broke this up into 4 5K repeats. In between each 5K, I would take anywhere from 5 to 6 minutes rest, just to hydrate and to take in any fuel. I want to give a shout out and thanks to my teammates, Andrew, Leo, and Spencer. They all came out early on a Sunday morning post Thanksgiving to help pace me for these miles. The workout ended up being pretty epic. I mean, I felt in control the entire time for all 4 reps, and it was honestly just a huge confidence booster. In the next episode, I will do a detailed breakdown of that 18 miler as well as this coming week's 21 miler. But that wrapped up the first 70 mile week of this training build. This coming week will be another 70 miles, followed by a down week of probably 64 to 68 miles, and then one last 70 mile week. At this point in the cycle, the previous 2 times I've done it, I was already starting to feel pretty beaten down. So it's a good sign that I am still feeling fairly energetic. So halfway in, things are feeling great and looking pretty hopeful. I'm gonna keep doing what's been working and hopefully just stay healthy until January 14th. Hey, if you made it this far and you're still watching, I hope you're enjoying it. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I hope you're all working hard towards your own goals. Until next time.